Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and they have come out in droves here in Landover, Maryland.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell.
And off we go in our nation's capital. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Off the play fake, Daniels.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. To the air goes Daniels.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
This pass finds McCaffrey going across the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Now Daniels. Touchdown, Washington.
Zach Ertz from 3 yards out.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid, because You don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
First carry for Najee Harris. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They'll toss to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dorrance Armstrong coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now 2nd and 5. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Able to get away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To throw is Daniels.
Got him in. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down. They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Daniels looking to throw.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out, and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Wilson to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Wilson.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
A final shot before break. Daniels looking middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going? Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Daniels. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to get the football back. As the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Wilson.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
2nd and 10. On the option, here's Eckler.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Daniels.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
To the air goes Daniels.
Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 11. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Wilson.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now it's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's Daniels. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Now 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing is Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Again, Wilson.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
One last shot for Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.